Thinking of working as a nurse in Ireland? Let's talk about the qualifications and requirements you need in today's episode of Ask Abba. Welcome to Ask Abba, a segment where we break down the ins and outs of the overseas application process. I'm Jeremiah Cabreros, a senior recruitment specialist at Abba. And today, we are diving into what it takes to qualify as a nurse in Ireland, covering the key qualifications, requirements, and what aspiring Ireland RNs need to know before applying. Before we move into the questions, let's look at the big picture. Ireland is a popular destination for nurses because of its strong healthcare system and a clear professional standards. But working as a nurse in this country does involve meeting specific education and registration requirements. Each step has its own requirements, which is why having a clear overview from the start is important. Question number 1. Is Ireland really the right fit for me? Great question to start with, and an important one to ask. Ireland is a great option for nurses who are looking for a stable healthcare system, clear professional standards, competitive pay, and a healthy work-life balance. It also offers a pathway toward permanent residency and citizenship. And for many Filipinos, having a large Filipino community in Ireland makes the transition easier and more comfortable. That said, moving overseas is a big career decision. It's important to really think about what you're looking for at this stage of your life and career, and whether this aligns with your long-term goals. If stability, professional growth, and a supportive environment are what you're aiming for, then Ireland could be the right fit for you. And that's why understanding the pathway early on is so important. Question number 2. What's the day-to-day really like for nurses in Ireland? Admittedly, a lot of nurses worry about their first few weeks. Will I be overwhelmed? Will I understand the system? But here's the truth. In everything, regardless of the location and scenario, there will always be an adjustment period. But don't worry, most nurses quickly find their rhythm, specifically those in Ireland. Hospital wards and care facilities are well organized with clear protocols. You'll observe, ask questions, and gradually take on responsibilities. There are many nurses who describe their first week as eye-opening but manageable, especially when there is a mentor to guide them. And the pace, it actually depends on the unit. Emergency wards are intense and fast-paced, while ICU and long-term care units allow for more hands-on patient interaction and learning. Either way, you're gaining practical experience, learning new techniques, and growing in confidence. The key is to be open, ask questions, and embrace the learning curve. It's all part of the process. Question number 3. How long does the application process usually take? Glad you asked. The Ireland application process can move as fast as 3 months if you already have your complete requirements, such as your IELTS or OET, enough relevant experience, and have received your NMBI decision letter. That said, the overall timeline still depends on the other factors such as government mandates and how quickly you're able to complete and submit the required documents at each stage. So while the Ireland pathway can be efficient, it really comes down to how prepared you are and how fast you're able to comply with the requirements. Question number 4. Do I even stand a chance if my experience isn't exactly what they're looking for? First, let's discuss the qualifications to make sure everyone is on the same page. One of our active Ireland employer, Cork University Hospital or CUH, is looking for nurses who are currently working in a medical surgical ward with at least 3 years of post-licensure experience. Experience in a 150-bed capacity hospital is preferred as it shows that you are used to structured and fast-paced environment. They also require a valid English exam result and an NMBI decision letter at the time of your application. For English proficiency, this means for IELTS, a minimum of 7.0 in any 3 components and 6.5 in the remaining 1, or for OET, a minimum grade of B in any 3 components and C+ in the remaining 1. Now let's go back to the question. Do you stand a chance? The truth is, employers don't just look at what's written on your resume. They also assess candidates based on how they present themselves and how they manage particular hospital scenarios. The key is to highlight your experiences, specialty exposure, additional training, certifications, and any patient care initiatives you've been involved in. When your documents are complete, your references are strong, and your work history is clearly documented, it shows employers that you are prepared, reliable, and ready to step into the role. And those small details, they make a big difference. Question number 5. How does Abba actually make this process easier for me? This is where we take the stress out of the journey. Well, if not, most of it. Abba doesn't just submit your application and hope for the best. We start by checking if Ireland is a good match for you. Then, we guide you step by step, from document prep, NMBI requirements, English exams, interview coaching, and reviewing job offers. And even after you're hired, we continue to help. Visa processing, pre-employment checks, relocation guidance. We are here until you're landing in Ireland and ready to start your new career. Think of Abba as your personal coach and navigator. We take what could be confusing, stressful process and make it clear, manageable, and achievable. Ireland offers a clear and steady pathway for nurses who are looking for stability, structured work environment, and long-term career growth. It's a choice that makes sense if you're thinking not just about going abroad, but about building a sustainable career in Europe. If this feels aligned with what you want for your nursing journey, you can take the first step today. Scan the QR code on your screen to get started. So that's all the questions for today's Ask Abba. Thanks for watching. But if you got more, drop them in the comments or DM us. We might just feature them in the next episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss what's next.